Hi guys, welcome to 365 Days, 365 Concepts. The concept that we're going to understand today is PESTLE analysis, sir. Sir, what is PESTLE analysis? It is the analysis of what external factors affect an industry. Sir, what is the full form of PESTLE, sir? It stands for political, economical, social, technological, and legal and environmental factors. So let's start with a very easy one, which is environmental factors or environmental influences that impact an industry. Of course, sir, climate change and all of that. If a lot of that is happening and there's a climate concern, looming around an industry, so there's a possibility that industry will be levied with a lot of strict regulations. So environmental influence is a very important factor that affects an industry, at least in today's day and age. Right. Sir, the second last one is legal influences. Of course, sir, if there's a legal change or a change in law that is there, that would obviously impact a particular industry, right? It can be to do with carbon emissions, it can be to do with how to dump the waste, it can be to do with, how to affect do their business. So let's say, for example, if you guys are aware, so there's a law which is called as RERA, which is for real estate. If I were to take an example in Mumbai, right? So that's also a legal influence on the industry of real estate, right? So the third last one is technological influences. Right. A lot of times, technology that evolves in an industry affects the industry in a huge way. It can be disruptive technology, something that changes things overnight, or it can be a gradual shift. It can be anything. Let's say, for example, automobile. So the technology in automobile is gradually shifting towards, more towards electronic vehicle, ethanol-based vehicle, hydrogen fuel, and stuff like that. So there's a gradual shift there. But what if there's an industry where there's an overnight change, where there's an overnight shift? Let's say, for example, in a camera industry where smartphones that were with good cameras that replaced your normal basic cameras, right? So that's there. So that is one of them, right? The next one is social influences, right? Of course, sir, the way a demography thinks, the way a demography is, the spending capacity of a demography, all of that does matter. So let's say, for example, I talk about, today, as there are a lot of influences that are there, they are promoting a lot of brands, they're promoting skincare, they're promoting all of these things. So, the demographic now, which is very social media oriented, is watching those influencers promote skincare products. So the demand for skincare products would obviously go up. Or, current demographics, or let's say, for example, a lot of people, younger people believe in spending on experiences. So, that also impacts the kind of, the way they are thinking and the way, industries are going to function in that particular social demography. So that matters. Sir, the economic influence also, sir, that's also something that has to be taken, that also has to be taken care of. Sir, meaning, sir, what sort of cyclical stage you are at as an economy. Sir, whether you are in, recession, whether you have great demand boost that is there, your GDP is rising, all of those things. Of course, that does impact a particular industry. That is what economic influence is. And the last one is political influencer. Sir, what exactly the current government, the kind of orientations they have, the kind of preferences they have, the kind of things they would want to promote, all of that does impact, your industry. Let's say, for example, a government would want to come out with a tax rebate that they would want to give to people from particular industry because they think that they have gone through a lot of hardships. So, then they will give tax benefit to them. So that will promote, that industry. So, that's something that's a political move that's there and that's going to support a particular industry. And that's what a political factor is, right? So this is what pestle analysis is. So I hope you guys understood everything. If there are any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys with another concept. Bye bye.